We're back. We're back, baby. Look at this. Hey, finally back at 8. There obviously markets fluctuate, right? It's super likely that, or it's super possible. I mean, that SoFi will drop back down into the mid 7s, even to the low 7s, right? Like this was all within 3 days, a week. So definitely possible, but just celebrate while we can. We're at 8. So I just wanted to talk about current events and current news articles that I've seen that have to do with either the banking sector or that have to do with SoFi specifically, that might kind of indicate kind of the position that SoFi is in or the position that SoFi's competitors are in. I have a list of a few articles. Let's just go through them one by one. So US Bank apparently did not make expectations. Andy, I love you, but I don't love the results, right? So basically, they did a bunch of investing and stuff, and then now they're hoping that their investments will pay off. So that's kind of the overall theme of this entire article. Basically, just that's what US Bank is saying. Honestly, if you look at it, if you read through it, you see that other banks are really just struggling to kind of maintain their profit, maintain their revenue, and maintain their customers. And this has been more or less just a common theme between basically all of the banking earnings calls that I've seen, where they keep talking about, hopefully we can expand our relationship with existing customers, improving employee productivity, all this stuff, right? But the coolest thing about this, right? You read this last part of this sentence, SoFi's been already doing that. They've been laying down the foundation. They've been laying down the groundwork in order to make this part easy, right? That's the entire point of this SoFi flywheel that so many SoFi investors, so many people that talk about SoFi on YouTube, on Twitter, on whatever, that's what they always talk about. Why do you think SoFi, they're into student loans, they're into mortgages, they're into investing, they're into all of these things? It's so that they already have this expanding relationship with existing customers. The way they attract their customers maybe through, you get some deal at SoFi Stadium, but then they stay for all these various products that SoFi has that are oftentimes better than their competitors, right? This is why other banks are struggling to kind of, catch up with SoFi in a way, even though this is US Bank, right? This US Bank's obviously bigger than SoFi, but they're struggling to kind of maintain their lead while they see that SoFi is gapping up. Like they're getting closer and closer to being able to kind of hopefully eventually become that top 10 financial institution. And bullish, hello. But let's talk about another bank of someone that's failing, or not failing, but struggling, right? CEO of JP Morgan warns the US of economic fate worse than recession, the worst outcome. He talks about how there's increasing debt. Where's this? He talks about, it's here somewhere. Federal debt going up, right? He talks about personal debt going up. See, national debt has risen above $1 trillion, etc., right? And he talks about how, people are running out of savings. There's no more, they don't have their safety net anymore. And Jamie Dimon is worried. He's saying all this. See, look, that may cause inflation or retirement savings to go down, and the stock market will crash. Oh no, what will that mean about SoFi? And then you look at this next article. Money market funds, large CDs, small CDs, and T-bills. Americans and their huge pile of interest-earning cash. Basically, this article is saying it's not that we don't have any more savings, it's that we're using all our savings, like Americans in general are shifting all their savings from putting it into just banks and just their super low 0.1, 0.3% interest rate savings account, and they're putting it into these CDs, they're putting it into these money market funds, they're putting it into T-bills, right? So U.S. money market funds of households in number of trillions. So basically, what that means is these banks all have to compete with this increased yield, basically. So the consumer can decide, or the customer can decide whether or not to put their money in some super trash 2.2% interest rate savings account, or they'll put it into like a 4% money market, or they'll put it into a 5% T-bill, or like a 10-year T-bill or something like that, right? And this just shows that basically, I mean, if JP Morgan is saying that, oh, we're all screwed, right? They see something on their end. Customers their savings accounts or their checking accounts don't have as much money. But in reality, it's not that we're not saving money. We're saving money in a different form, and rather than putting it into a bank, we're putting it into money market funds, large CDs, small CDs, T-bills, or even different banks, other banks that have a higher yield, right? No one, eventually, even an idiot, eventually, after being punched in the face a few times, will learn not to get punched in the face, right? You're going to learn to not settle for your stupid trash 0.1% interest rate and go to a bank or something that has higher yield, a 4.5% yield, right? So it's not that we're running out of savings according to this article. Obviously, this article could be wrong. I don't know. But based on this article, it's not that people don't have any savings. It's that they've smartened up, and then rather than putting in this trash yield savings account, they move it to better yields, right? They'll put it into ETFs, even they put it into CDs, they put it into high yield savings accounts, right? And because SoFi doesn't have this legacy architecture, they don't have to pay for all this overhead from the employees, like the bank tellers, the rent, all this stuff, right? Then SoFi is in the position to best offer the best product because they don't have this overhead. The money that would have been used for the overhead, some of it can trickle down to basically make their customers happier, right? Like, bullish. all these, okay, maybe I'm only choosing articles that are bullish, but like, hey, I mean, like, all the articles are bullish. I don't know. Next one. $500 trillion of unrealized, is that trillion? Billion. 500, we'll say about $500 billion of unrealized losses hit banks. Number of problematic banks rise to 66 from 63. Again, we talked about this, right? SoFi, on their earnings call, they said, we're on the opposite side of the peak. Our delinquency rate is going down, whereas all these other banks are saying, oh shoot, we're screwed, our stuff is getting problematic, and then some banks are even put onto this list of, crap, you better tighten up or else you're going to be screwed. This is, again, it's just bullish. Think about it, right? As a person in a race, if your competitors go down, then your chance of winning goes up. As more banks basically get swatted and get destroyed and get gobbled up by other banks, or they just fail because of their bad lending policies or their decision to lend to high risk individuals. As those banks start falling, then more people will flock to the more stable banks, to the more intelligent banks, to the less risky banks. Again, bullish. Hashtag not financial advice, by the way. This is just me, I don't know, I'm just rallying behind SoFi because we finally hit 8. Yes. Let's be honest, it's probably going to drop to 7 by the end of the month, maybe. Next thing I wanted to talk about is, so everyone's always like, oh, but SoFi isn't I prefer to go to my bank. I want to see, I want to, if I want money, I want to be able to get, I want to be able to go to a physical location and get money. Well, those physical locations that give you money, how does this even happen? How does this happen? Fake $100 bills spew from US bank ATMs as customers receive paper marked for motion picture purposes. So basically, these ATMs had counterfeit money used for movies, right? They're used for movies, and so I mean, how do you feel more safe just using a credit card? As more and more people just think about where you use all your purchases, right? A lot of people, they don't even really touch money anymore. Some people don't even carry money around anymore. They just carry around a credit card. And some people don't even carry around a credit card, right? All your information's on your phone. Just tap to pay, right? Like a Samsung Pay, Apple Pay. I think Google Pay closed down. Google Pay closed down, but people don't even really care for that anymore. And then when you see something like this, where how do you how do you fill an ATM with just fake money? How does that even happen? What? Independence Bank, you trash bank, right? Like these banks that are doing this is just like, how does that even happen? So it's like, SoFi doesn't have to deal with this headache of a thing just because everything is digital, right? Yeah, there are certain approved ATMs, but most of the time, most of the transactions are all digital. Next thing that's super bullish on SoFi, student loans are restarting, right? What is this? October? I think I said September 30th. On-ramp is set to expire September 30th. So basically, that means that if you don't start paying off your student debt or your student loans by September 30th, that's going to hit your credit score, right? So all the people that, even though a lot of people that they have put it off until now, most people have already restarted like repaying their student loans, but this is like the last straw, and like it basically just like, I don't know, what's a good analogy? Like they sweep up all the remaining like the few like crumbs of people that are still holding off to pay off student debt or student loans because maybe it'll get forgiven, right? Those people will start paying by September 30th, so it doesn't affect their credit score. The type of customer that SoFi has, they most likely care about their credit score, right? Think about their average loan credit score, right? I think it's just 740. Those people most likely care about their credit score. So anyone that's still not paying, is probably going to start paying by, what I do? It's probably going to start paying by September 30th. Bullish. Hello. This is just me like cheerleading behind SoFi, but like all these things are just pointing me to just get more and more bullish. 805. Hello. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Anyways, last thing, or I guess last two things I guess is again, like don't forget about SoFi Stadium. Think about like the constant recurring benefits that we get, right? From whether it's the Taylor Swift concert, right? And now there's this Green Day concert. And just like all these really big names. Eventually, I think in 2026, it's going to be is it 2026 that's going to be Olympics? I think, or it could be 28, I forget which one. But like there's going to be the Olympics that are going to be played at SoFi, right? Just more and more eyeballs on SoFi Stadium. Like if you get perks for having a SoFi account at SoFi Stadium, you're going to get more and more people that are wanting to start banking with SoFi and then ditch their legacy banks for that high yield savings, for basically having all your money in one place, right? You have your SoFi money, you have the loans, you have invest, right? You have all these things. You have like housing, you have mortgages, right? All these things put together in one app. You don't want to switch off and on between like 15 different companies, 15 different apps when you have it all in one app, right? SoFi has laid the foundation. They've made a better, like the best mousetrap, not the best, we'll say the better mousetrap, right? We don't know if it's the best yet. They made the better mousetrap. So that's what people are going to want to flock towards, right? And also, I guess the last thing is just, I feel like there's an increased, what is it called? Increased user sentiment for SoFi stock, right? You have more and more people that are acknowledging that SoFi is going to get higher, right? You have people adjusting their price target or their earnings profit. I think this one they upgraded it by 2 cents, right? The firm now expects SoFi to earn 10 cents per share in full year 2024 rather than 0.08, right? Because I don't know why it's been so low for so long, because management has been basically projecting and like screaming at at the top of their lungs, SoFi is going to be profitable and we're going to like, what was it, 80 cents by 2026 per share? And we still have some stupid idiot saying like 4 cents per year. What do you think we're going to make for the next 2 quarters? Hello? Freaking Shia Barini. Oh. Okay. But yeah, you get more and more people being more and more bullish. I think even Goldman Sachs, they flipped. What is this firm? Seaport Res? I don't know what this is, but like it doesn't matter what it is. All that really matters is I'm showing you that sentiment is changing, right? It used to be a dead stock. It used to be a SPAC. It used to be they have bad accounting practices, or like they're hiding something, and now people are finally capitulating, right? People are seeing This, and the analysts actually care about their success rate, that care about, like, actually care about doing the research, and care about, like, not just, in my opinion, just shadily just compressing the stock, so, or depressing the stock, so that they can probably sell shorts or sell options or whatever, right? Those people that actually care about their rating accuracy, they're going to capitulate. They're going to change, and then the proof is in the pudding. You see the balance sheet, right? They're not really hiding anything, in my opinion. Hopefully not. I don't know. Maybe they are, but from what I can tell, it doesn't look like they're hiding anything. And even even management was like, even I don't know why the stock is so low. We're firing on all cylinders. What the heck? SoFi is just excelling. Like, we're finally back at 8. Maybe by the time I upload this video, it's gonna be back at like 632. Who knows? But I'm celebrating while we're here. So happy Monday. I just wanted to talk about SoFi. Let's go SoFi. Bring that back up. What the hell? Go up. Whatever. Peace.